What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a pretty interesting video, one that I have not been able to actually find on YouTube, and we've got a really old Rheem heat pump that needs a sheath heater replacement done. This is kind of like your emergency heat, but just on a really old air handler from years ago. Ideally, I would replace this system, but they're selling the home and they just needed to pass inspection, so we're gonna help them out with it and see what happens. I've actually asked several people in the trade if they've ever replaced one of these kits, and I've talked to guys that have been in the trade for 20 years and they haven't even done it. So we'll see what we find on this one today. It should be pretty interesting, and we'll take you along with us. All right, so let me know if you guys have ever done any of these sheath heaters. Got this super old Rheem today, this heat pump, and you see where these sheath heaters go in. They actually line the blower housing, but you see we got one crack down here, and that one's probably either cracked on the backside or just going bad down there. So got to get this replaced. The nice thing is the whole housing comes out, so you don't have to really worry about anything besides low voltage and disconnecting your high voltage. But yeah. All right, y'all, so just going over the instructions real quick, make sure we're doing it right. But it actually says that there's 3 screws underneath the control plate, mounting plate down here. So when you come up under this blower, right, you've got those 3 screws there. Now they say use an open end box wrench and all that on that. I'm gonna see if I can fit my 90 bit up in there, because these things come in handy a lot. So we'll see if I can fit it up there. If not, I just have to use a adjustable wrench or something like that and go from there. All right, y'all, so we actually can't fit our 90 bit in there the way it was. So if you pop this transformer off and this little ground screw here, you can actually get this whole plate to come forward right here. It's just a screw on each side, one there behind that control board, and one over here, or 2 over here with the transformer, and then 1 set screw. You can pick the whole thing forward. Now you can access those 3 screws with your 90 bit. All right, once you have those 3 screws removed, it's what's holding in those brackets down there. You can go ahead and now they're free to move each element. So you just got to unwire each one off their terminals here, and you just slide these bad boys out. All right, so I was wrong. That's only 3 for this front side. So there's 3 sets of brackets on this thing. So you got to get this whole blower housing out for sure. So bring the whole thing out. Still do this, because this is going to help you access the ones under this panel here. But I'm going to go ahead and disconnect this control board just by the terminals here, and then take the whole housing out. All right, get your whole blower housing out. You got the 3 that we first took out under this plate, 3 here, and then 3 on the very back of this thing. Because what these do is they wrap the entire housing, so they come all the way up to here. So these 3 too. Then you can remove each one and just go one by one, replacing them with the new ones, and then just kind of go from there. Once you have those screws out, go ahead and remove your sheath heater. I mean, look at this. Look at that. Burnt 2 pieces. Cracked in several places. That is nowhere close to the same. Not even close. So it's a good thing we're swapping these out, because that's pretty sketchy. I mean, you see that one's cracked right there. So we'll go one by one with the new ones and put her in. All right, so we ran all the new ones in. Popped each of the screws in as we went, and got it wired back up. You're gonna have to have patience with it, because getting these to screw down, you basically have to hold your hand up under this compartment and either hold the bracket in place here to get it. But yeah, we eventually got it. It took about 15 minutes of just finagling it and fighting it, making sure the blower wheels got clearance on. We actually took this 2 set screws here out just to check and make sure it wasn't going to hit up here against the blower, because it wraps all the way around to this. It basically stops like right in here, because there's your brackets, so it extends a little bit further each one. All right, got our new ones on. Everything's buttoned back up, wired back up, good to go. All right, guys, so that's a wrap on that one. Not too bad. A little bit of finagling and just really fine detail stuff. Try not to break those elements and stuff like that, but it went pretty good. I didn't find any videos on YouTube about this, so that's kind of why I'm deciding to make one. But if you found this video helpful, let me know down in the comments. Consider subscribing to the channel, and we'll catch you on the next one.